Welcome to the Motherland Kitchen. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make our jerk chicken. Jerk chicken is a typical Jamaican or Caribbean dish. But at Motherland Kitchen, we do a fusion of African and Caribbean dishes. And jerk chicken happens to be one of the dishes that we make using the Caribbean jerk seasoning, but made the Motherland way. And the Motherland way is simply adding the green herb sauce. Remember, we've been talking about the green herb sauce? The green herb sauce gives flavor to your food. So I'm not saying that the jerk spice doesn't give you flavor, but if you need to have more juice and have more sauce, we add the green herb sauce to the chicken so it's a little bit saucy and it enhances the flavor that you get from the jerk seasoning. So let's get to it. This is the Caribbean jerk chicken. There are several brands. Buy the one that you like. It's sold in every store, everywhere. You can find the Caribbean jerk chicken seasoning. This is the dry jerk chicken seasoning that I buy from Restaurant Depot. I use a little bit of both just because this one is a little bit spicy. Most customers want it spicy because when they think jerk, they think heat. So I use this one and I add a little bit of this. And especially if I don't find the jerk chicken that is hot. This one says mild. So when I find the mild version, I always do a blend of this powder one and the mild version to give it that heat. But when I find the one that is written on it hot, then I use just the seasoning itself because it would be hot enough. The spice level will be hot enough. The heat will be hot enough for the customers. So the first thing I do, simple again, I love my onions. And the oil that I'm going to be using is again the oil from the green herb sauce. So the sauce or the spice infused oil is what I'm going to use to start the process. Now for my chicken, I cut the chicken in small pieces, wash them, and I use the complete seasoning to season the chicken. And usually I would do this the night before. So when you season your chicken and put it in the fridge the night before, the next day, the seasoning has really sapped into the meat and you can really enjoy the flavor or the taste of your chicken. So it is always nice to season your chicken the night before or a couple of hours before your cooking time. So I only use the complete seasoning. It has salt in it already, so I'm not going to be adding any other salt. It has salt in it. So I wash my chicken, chop it up, take the skin off, and I use the complete seasoning to season the chicken and keep it overnight. Now to add flavor, I use my Motherland Kitchen Seasoning Blend. Just because this seasoning blend has other herbs that come from the rainforest in Cameroon that would not be found here. So I put a little bit of my chicken seasoning to the chicken once I start cooking. So once the onion wilts, I add my chicken. And I add a little bit of my Motherland Kitchen Seasoning Blend. This is my chicken seasoning blend. which has about 12 or 13 different herbs put together. Again, you can find the Motherland Motherland Chicken Seasoning Blend on our site, motherlandspices.com. I'll stir for a bit, and then I add the green herb sauce. The jerk chicken spice. And a little bit of the dry one, because this one is very spicy, since I'm using the mild jerk seasoning. Again, all I would say is season to taste. Season to taste. Notice I'm not adding any water. I'm going to let it simmer on the lowest heat possible, because the chicken is frozen, so it does have some water in it. So I'm not going to add water yet. I'll just let it simmer and let the chicken let out its own juice. But do it on very low heat. Let it just simmer. Now, because I use the regular soft chicken, if you were going to use the all layers or the strong chicken, then you need to add a lot of water, because that needs time to cook. So after you mix and put all your seasonings, you need to put in enough water to cook your chicken. I don't use the all layer or the strong chicken. I use the regular Purdue chicken or the regular soft chicken. So I'll keep stirring on very low heat so the meat doesn't burn, and it will cook in its own juice. If I need to, I'll probably add just a little bit of water. But because it's a soft chicken that is frozen, I don't think I'm going to need water. But if I do, I'm going to add just a teeny little bit of water. Okay. Let me add a little bit of water. I'll let it cook. And so that's that for jerk chicken. Easy. You cut your chicken, marinate your chicken with whatever seasoning blends that you use for your chicken. Like I said, I use the complete seasoning, my Motherland Kitchen Chicken Seasoning, and I put this and mix the chicken and season it and keep it in the fridge overnight so it marinates very well. And then when I start the process, a little bit of onions, a little bit of oil. If I don't have the herb-infused oil, I use regular oil. Put my onions, put the chicken, put all the seasonings step by step, mix them up, and leave them on low heat to cook. That's the simple process. The difference here is you need your green herb sauce to give it more juice so that you can actually use your jerk chicken to eat maybe rice, to eat fufu even. I've seen people come to the restaurant and they actually ask for jerk chicken and fufu. So what gives you that sauce that you use to eat your fufu is the green herbs that you use. So let's wait a minute and see. As soon as it's cooked, we'll plate it, see exactly how it comes out. Okay, my friends, jerk chicken pairs well with red beans and rice and fried plantains. Red beans and rice is a typical Caribbean dish, as well as fried plantains, even though we also do fried plantains in Cameroon, but we cook our rice and beans differently from how it is done in the Caribbean. So at Motherland, we make our own rice and beans called jahika rice. Jahika rice because it's a combination of 3 countries, 2 Caribbean countries and Cameroon. So it is nicknamed jahika rice. So this is the red beans and rice, and in subsequent videos, I'm going to teach you how to make the red beans and rice the Motherland way called jahika rice, and your fried plantains. So they pair well with your jerk chicken. So you can see how juicy and saucy the final dish is. That's your jerk chicken. And the green sauce that you see lingering around is from the green herb sauce that we used. And you see that it is very juicy because we use the green herb sauce together with the Jamaican jerk seasoning to give it that authentic flavor, and we added our own touch to it. So this is your jerk chicken paired with red beans and rice and fried plantains. Very, very yummy. If you're not carnivore, you don't eat meat, then you would only have to deal with the red beans and rice and fried plantains, and that I will show you in subsequent videos how to make them very, very tasty. So enjoy, and let's hear how it came out for you. Thank you again, and see you in the next video.